Nope is a 2022 science fiction horror film directed by Jordan Peele. It is his third feature film and was highly anticipated after Peele's brief hiatus from directing. The film stars Keke Palmer, who unfortunately was fatally injured in a metro train accident. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm getting mixed up with someone else. My bad. It also stars Daniel Kaluuya of Get Out fame, as well as Steven Yeun of Walking Dead fame. Keith David even gets a brief role. Anyway, let's get started with the review. The plot of Nope revolves around two siblings named OJ.
Oh my god, it's OJ. That's OJ Simpson.
No, not that OJ, a different one. And Emerald Haywood, played by Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya, who are trying their best to keep their kale ranch running after their father dies under mysterious circumstances. Anyway, while out working late one night, OJ notices one of his horses being pulled into the air by something strange. Something which he believes might actually be responsible for their father's death. So they decide to try to get it captured on video in order to achieve fame and hopefully solve their financial troubles, only to end up getting more than they bargained for. And their next door neighbor, Jupe, is hoping to profit off the phenomenon for his own personal gain. This is a pretty interesting premise. For starters, we know very little of what takes place in the sky at first. Well, we do know that it's aliens of some kind, but we aren't aware of what exactly is happening and are not aware of why it's happening. And I think that's what the premise has going for it. It is highly curiosity driven, and the way the premise is vague yet interesting enough. Premise is vague yet interesting enough to make you want to see where it's all going. I give premise an A+. Next is acting, and some people are a bit mixed on this. Of course, I have to give kudos to Keke Palmer's character. There was just a certain energy that Keke brought to Emerald that made her feel a lot more authentic, and definitely did help in bringing the film more to life. Some people, for some reason, found her character to be a bit obnoxious, kind of obnoxious, but I highly disagree. In fact, not only was she the most fun part of the movie, but given how young her character is, it makes sense for her to have that amount of energy. But regardless, she stole every scene that she was in. People were kind of put off by Daniel Kaluuya's acting. Some people said his performance didn't really deliver in terms of emotion or tone, but his character just saw one of his family members die right in front of him. So he was probably depressed, especially since it was someone really close to him. And when you are depressed, you aren't outright sad or angry. Sometimes you just feel done and have no energy to do anything. And Daniel did a fantastic job at conveying that with his performance. And Yeun was fantastic as well. There were times where he actually did seem like a person who just went through a traumatic experience, not just because of how obsessed his character was with the incident, but the wandering look he would get in his eyes. Almost as if the incident was still haunting him to that day, and he was still trying to process it. Brandon Perea also did a good job, especially when it came to scenes where he was excited or scared, such as the infamous roof rain scene, because it did actually feel like genuine fear. I give acting an A+. Finally, directing. Jordan Peele really knows how to keep your interest, because despite the long runtime, there was not one moment in this film that felt slow. Every moment in this film has enough ambiguity in it to keep you guessing on where Jordan is going with all this. The atmosphere is fantastic as well, because most of the horror in the beginning part relies strictly on atmosphere. Like I said, we aren't exactly sure what is going on in this sky. But we know it isn't good, given the eerie direction the movie takes, and all this ambiguity only makes the horrifying reveal at the end that much more scary. Not going to say much, but the twist is haunting our levels of scary. I give directing an A+. Overall, Nope is a very engaging film that will keep you guessing with not only with how vague it is in terms of revealing stuff, but with all the ambiguous allegories thrown in. There are so many explanations for the standing shoe scene, as well as what Peele was actually trying to convey, and that literally any explanation could apply because they all make so much sense. So the film is very interesting in that sense. It also deals with some very deep themes in some very clever ways, such as how far one would be willing to go to achieve fame, even if it meant harm to themselves and or to others and those they love and or those they love. Add in a disturbing plot twist and you have yourself a good popcorn flick with enough metaphors / allegories to keep you thinking about the film long after it is over, and it is therefore a good film for both mainstream audiences as well as those who want something more deeper than outside of what an average audience goer wants. Anyway, I give Nope a yup. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and sub for more content.